Hi, good morning, guys. Good to have you on ground this morning. Okay, so yesterday I spoke about the game of advancement. And I explained categorically to you yesterday about how money is always in front. I explained in details how people say things like, so what are you bringing? Bring your experience forward. Bring it forward. About how I told you that you must take the lessons and you must move on. And I explained to you how this is very, very important to everything that you do, about how the vital part of advancement is in documentation, the documentation of the lessons. About how, for example, nobody can build pyramid anymore because nobody knows how it was done. And because of that, there's been plenty of conspiracy theories about that. People have said that it was aliens who came and did it, so it is alien technology, which means that technology is not available to us. And then I wonder, if the technology was not available to us, is the mathematics also unavailable to us? Okay, so, and I told you that imagine what life would be if man has to rediscover fire every day. Imagine that you wake up, Peter bless your welcome. Imagine that you woke up and all that you have to do that day is to first go and discover fire. Tell me, Angela, you're welcome. And I explained very much that was the first technology, and it was fire. And after a while, people didn't bother about fire anymore. Fire becomes part of a normal human life. Okay? And I explained to you that that's the same thing with everything, that you must always make sure that you have an advancement that is your friend. Okay? You may not be able to know or apply all the advancements, but I told you that you must find one that is your friend. I also explained to you how there are billionaires, how you have Warren Buffett, who is a billionaire, and how you have Mark Zuckerberg, who is a billionaire, and how Warren Buffett's true investment has been a billionaire since 1990, and how a 23-year-old became a billionaire within a space of 1 year, that he became a millionaire. Okay, now what you guys don't understand, by virtue of the fact that we just throw words around, is that the difference between a million and a billion is a lot. It's a whole lot. So if somebody were to do that in a year, you can imagine that it was done because of technology. There is no other way anybody could have done that. I further went on to say, challenge yourself to wanting to make 500 million naira every month. Challenge yourself to wanting to make 500 million naira every month. Now, if you were to be making 500 million naira every month right now, where you are right now, you know yourself. If you want to make 500 million naira every month right now, what vehicle do you think you are going to use? What vehicle? Do you think that you are going to be able to use traditional business to make that kind of money? No way. The way you can make that kind of money is to apply technology. What that tells you in summary is that money is in front. What it also tells you in summary is that money is a friend of advancement. And what that also tells you is that more money are being made now than ever before. More money are being made now than ever before. The world in the last 10 years has seen more billionaires than it saw in the second last 10 years. My point is, so the world has made more billionaires between 2010 to 2020 than the billionaires that was made between 2001 and 2010. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Okay. Now, what that also tells you is that there will be more billionaires made between 2021 this year and 2030. Oh my God, this is interesting. So that should tell you that money is just not in front. Also, it should tell you that money also compounds. And I'm going to explain to you, because what I'm going to do today is to explain the game of compounding, and I want to explain it to you because I need you to get it. I need you guys to get it, like get it kind of a thing. Okay? So it is very, very important for you to understand that. Now, one thing, yes, the world is changing rapidly with technology. Definitely. Okay? Now, it is possible for you to make $1 million today. Anybody can make 1 million naira today. Anybody can make 1 million naira today. So it is possible for you to make 1 million naira today. The possibilities have increased. The possibility was difficult, but now the possibilities have greatly increased. You could just make 1 million naira today. It was difficult to do 10 years ago. It was more difficult to do 20 years ago. It was extremely difficult to do that 30 years ago, to just make 1 million naira. Okay? Because even if it is by gift, even if it is by gift, before, you cannot get 1 million people to donate 1 naira to you in one day before technology. But now with technology, it's possible for you to find people who donate 1 naira to you if you give them enough reason, But that's not even my point. My point is actually to show you something. Now, when I say that anybody can make 1 million naira today, when I say anybody can make 1 million naira today, not everybody will make 1 million naira today. It is possible for anybody to make 1 million naira, but not everybody will be able to make 1 million naira in a day today. Let me tell you categorically. Okay? Let me tell you categorically. If you want to make 1 million naira today, there are several ways, for example, to go about it. Okay? You could sell something worth 10 naira. You could sell it to 100,000 people. Or you could sell something worth 100 naira to 10,000 people. Or you could sell something worth 1,000 naira to 1,000 people. So let's pick the option of picking 1,000 naira thing and selling it to 1,000 naira people. Now, if you are going to hold all of the 1,000 naira, if all of 1,000 naira is going to be yours, that means that thing that you want to sell has to be yours. So for realistic mathematics, let's assume that thing that you're actually selling is actually 1,500, that it costs you 500 naira to come up with that thing, whatever it is, to come up with that thing. Okay? Now, if I gave 10 people, I hope you guys are listening to me. Please follow me very carefully. Okay? I have already started talking about the game of compounding. Alright, I've already started talking about the game of compounding. If I gave 10 people the opportunity, the tools, the platform, for example, to make 1.5 million naira today, out of 10 people, how many people do you think will make that money? Like, I'm giving you the platform. You are just supposed to bring your product, and then you are just supposed to sell your product, and I'm giving you the platform. If I did that for 100 people, how many people out of 100 people do you think, Harrison Blog, you're welcome, how many people out of the 100 people do you think will be able to achieve that target in one day? Aisha, you're welcome. Good to have you. How many people? Out of 100, how many people do you think will be able to achieve that goal? How many people? I want to say less than 20%. So that's saying less than 20 people out of 100 people. Why? Why will it be 20 people out of 100 people? Akiti Isaiah, you're welcome. Why will it be 20 people out of 100 people? Why? Why do you think it will be 20 people out of 100 people? Because I am giving everybody equal opportunity. I'm giving everybody equal tools, equal number of tools, equal quality of platform, same platform. Why? Why do you think that it is only 20 people who will be able to use that platform for anything? Tell me, you said less than 50%. Okay, I even think that it's actually going to be less than 20%, and I'm going to explain to you. All right, so I want to use a very realistic example. To do that. And I want to show you something, because people have to understand the law of compounding. The game of compounding, you need to learn it, because once you learn it, you will be playing at the big level. There is no way you will not be playing at the big level. So now imagine that the deal is that if you are able to if you have 1,000 people, and I say for every person that you are able to convince to buy something from you, for example, let's Harrison, you are beefing my beards. Harrison, now why are you doing that? I need to go and take your picture to see whether you have beards. I suspect that you don't have beards. I've even left it. Okay, so now imagine that you were asked to convince a number of people to buy a particular thing. For example, let's assume that you are asked to convince a number of people to buy a particular thing. And then if you were asked to pick 1,000 people of your choice. So, for example, I say, okay, look at this thing. As long as you are able to convince people to buy this thing from you, I am going to double everything that they buy. So first of all, sell something for 50 naira, and I'm going to give you 100 naira for every 50 naira that you sell. It means that you are going to have 50 people. I mean, you're going to have 50 naira, and then you're going to have 100 naira, which means that you're going to have 150 naira. Okay, so let's assume that I give everybody that opportunity, for example. Now, and you have to go and source for your own. Let's assume that I even give you creativity tools. I even tell you the strategy to use. For example, let's assume that I say that the strategy that you should use is, okay, is a free for all. If you tell anybody and they buy into any particular thing for 50 naira is very, very easy. What is going to happen is that once they pay 50 naira, I am going to give you 100 naira. The challenge that you will face, for example, is that you are going to have big trust issues. What do I mean? So it is genuine and it is real, and I have the capacity to give you that. But when you get to your own Instagram page, for example, and you post it, and you say, I want to give out 50 things that will help people. How many people do you think will believe you? Because now the day has come now, for example, for you to cash out. So how are you going to cash out? The way you are going to be able to cash out is if you have already been building something. That is why I explained in the beginning, when we were talking about the doings of the money maker, when I was explaining to you that the person who will make the kind of money that they are supposed to make in life has to be people who are building things. And I explained to you that the way to build, or the things to build, are the intangibles, the things that people cannot see with their eyes. And I explained to you that one of the things for you to build is integrity. One of the things for you to build is trust. If you build those two together, you are going to also build emotional intelligence. If you put those three things together, you would have built massive social capital. Remember when I told you the other day about how you have to value people, and then how you have to sell yourself to them, and then how you have to execute so that people can understand that you have the power to execute, that you are an achiever. And it does not matter. It is not the fact that you are doing something for them, it's the fact that they've seen you do something for yourself. Now, when you do all of those things, and the next person beside you is not doing all of those things, it is difficult to tell the difference between the two of you. It is difficult to tell the difference between the two of you because it does not look like any physical results. It does not look like there's any difference in the physical results. So this person who consistently let people know what he's doing, who constantly gives people on his platform value and honor, who constantly, dishes out things, who constantly is doing stuff, excuses stuff, and the person who is not doing or who is not selling himself, that is, people cannot see that he is doing. But if you put those two people together, you will not see any particular difference between the two people. But usually what will happen, and usually what happens in the game of compounding, you remember when I was telling you about the game of chance, and I was telling you that time and chance happens to them all. When I was saying that your time will come, that your time will come, that your time will come. Do you remember when I was telling you about the time, I said your time will come? So what I was explaining to you in that part is that your time will come for you to compound. If you go to the Olympics to run, it's going to be one race. It's going to be one race, and then you will win the gold medal. And then when you win the gold medal, you will become popular. And then people will think that you are popular because you won that race. Oh, maybe that was true, but you see, you did not become popular because you won that race. You became popular because you've been running all your life. Because you've been running all your life, that is why you became popular. Because, remember I told you yesterday that it is still the swift that will still win the race. It's just a function of time and chance, which is the function of compounding, which means that a day will come when everything that you have been doing will come together to show up for you. And please, somebody should type something other than kindly leave just your A and B's that I'm seeing in front of me. I've left it to, let me touch for the last time. Let me touch for the last time so that Harrison can know. Harrison Alpha. But the idea is that a day will come when everything that you've been doing will come and pay off for you. Now, that is compounding. That is compounding. And let me show you. I want to show you something because it is very important that you understand this thing. It's very important that you understand this thing. So, if there is a book called The Compound Effect, Darren Hardy, okay, you should go get the book, you should read the book. But I want to show you something. I want to show you a principle that Darren used in the book. It is a popular principle. It is over there. It's a free principle. I've told you that life is always sending you messages. It's just that those messages are too available and then you don't think that they are valuable, okay? All right. Imagine that you decide that you don't want to breathe and say, because this oxygen now is too available, I don't want to breathe. You're just going to kill yourself. You can say, okay, that's how you don't have to also send information that for you to use. And this is it. Now, he says that, this is an example. He says, if somebody asks you and says, I am going to give you $5,000. I'm going to give you $5,000. The compound effect. I'm going to give you, that's the name of the book. I'm going to give you $5,000 today, now. And when I give you the $5,000, you can do whatever you want to do with it. And then somebody says that, no, don't take the $5,000. I am going to give you $1. But if you hold that dollar for 21 days, the dollar will double. The dollar will double every day as long as you hold it. As long as you hold it, the dollar will double every day. So somebody told you that. The question is that, so which offer do you think you should pick? What offer, which of the offer do you think you should pick? Do you think you should collect $5,000 right now and do whatever you like to do with it? Or collect a $1 bill that you have to hold for 21 days? You cannot hold it for 18 days, you cannot hold it for 19 days, you cannot hold it for 20 days, you have to hold it for 21 days. As long as you hold it for 21 days, it will double every day. For example, it will double. If you hold it by tomorrow, it will double, but you can't touch it yet. So, and then by the next tomorrow, it will double again, and then it will double, and then it will double like that. And then you can't touch it, but you have to hold it for 21 days. Which of the options do you think you will pick? You see, most people will pick $5,000 because first of all, they have not learned what it means to compound. You see, compounding is something that is very superior to the mediocre mindset. What I'm trying to tell you is that an average person's mind is unable to capture the concept of compounding, and I need you to thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. Success is founded on making smart decisions over time. Thank you. Thank you very much for putting that out there. Okay, I need you to pay attention because I want to show you something. Okay, now when you collect the dollar, day 1 is $1, day 2 it becomes $2, day 3 it becomes $4, day 4 it becomes $8, day 5 it becomes $16, day 6 it becomes $32, day 7 becomes $64, day 8 becomes $128. Crown Footwears, Gracie, you guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. Day 9 it becomes $256. Day 10 it becomes $512. Day 11 it becomes $1,024. Day 12 it becomes $2,048. Day 13 it becomes $4,096, and on the day 14 it becomes $8,192. Day 15 it becomes $16,384. Day 32 it becomes $768. Day 17 it becomes $65,536. Day 18 it becomes $131.72. Day 19 it becomes $262,144. Day 20 it becomes $524,288. And on day 21 it becomes $1,048,576. $1 that doubles every day for 21 days will become $1 million. $1 that doubles every day will become $1 million by the 21st day. What it means is that if you have the basic idea of building, you will go far. Let me explain to you in realistic terms, because you can say it's possible that nobody will give you $1 that doubles. Yeah, I agree. Nobody will give you $1 that doubles. You understand? Nobody will give you $1 that doubles. I agree. All right? Okay, because that's like magic. Nobody will do that. Okay? But let me tell you, every day in your life, you have a $1 that is doubling. You just don't know. You have a $1 that could double. You just don't know. Let me explain it to you. Let's assume that you understand these things and you apply it. This is how you are going to apply it. For example, let's assume that you meet a man and the man is a good man and then wanted you to do something for him, and you did something for that man, like a service, and you rendered the service, and you rendered the service perfectly well, and you did it well. You are able to do and render the service properly because you have learned the skills, and then you understand that trust and integrity are very, very important, and you understand that excellence is a good thing, right? So now you have one person. Let's assume that this one person is able to tell this is going to blow your mind. Is able to tell one new person about you every month. Look, this you have to get it today. Do you understand? You have to get it today. So you meet one man, you serve the one man. The one man, because you serve him well, is going to be able to introduce one new person to you every month, which means that by the end of 12 months, one man would have given you 12 people, right? Which means that you would think that by the end of a year, you will think that you have 13 people, right? Okay, so please pay attention to me. Now, in the second month, the man that gave you the man and the man that was given to you, they are 2 people. Which means that in the second month, 2 people will actually give you 2 people. Which means that in the first month, what you have in the first month was 1 person. And in the second month, what you will have is going to be 3 people. Okay? And then in the third month, you have 3 people. And then which means that you have 5 people by the third month. And then on the fourth month, you will have 5 people giving you 1 person each. That is 10. And then by the time you go like that, at the end of the 12 months, I'm making calculation here because I want to show you. At the end of the 12 months, you have between 200 to 800 people. What happened? What happened was because of compounding effect. But let's assume that when you served 1 person today, in this month, and then the person referred 1 person to you next month, and then you did not serve that person well, what happens is that you are only going to end up with maybe less than 12 people at the end of the year, because you are going to lose this person and he will not introduce people to you. So what you can take out of this thing today, what you must take out of this thing today is that you have to understand that your job is to build. That as long as you build consistently, it will compound in ways that will blow your mind. As long as you build consistently, it will compound in ways that will blow your mind. Your mind, no mind can fathom the overall effect of the compound effect. Now, let me tell you, I have a personal goal. I have a personal goal of raising 1 million millionaires in 7 years. So by the year 2028, God must have helped me to raise 1 million millionaires. And then when I put it on my status several days ago, somebody pinged me and said, how are you going to do it? And when I did my calculation, I realized that all I have to do is to raise 50 millionaires in my first year of the goal. So between now and next year, all I have to do is raise 50 millionaires. I already know I'm going to raise 50 millionaires anyways, but all I have to do is to raise 50 millionaires. As soon as I raise 50 millionaires, out of the 50 millionaires, I just need each of them to raise 20 millionaires. That's all. Once 50 millionaires, once they raise 20 millionaires each, And out of the ones that they raise, they also raise, instead of 50, they're also able to raise 20. In 7 years, I will have more than 10 million millionaires raised within the network. That is how the compound effect works. It works better than magic. You are looking for magic. Go and leave magic. Come and face compounding. Leave magic. Come and face compounding. I wish that, I was telling people that I was telling some group of friends that once I finish the 49 days life challenge, the next challenge I'm going to do is going to be, I'm going to run series of challenges together. Instead of doing one every day like this, I'm going to be running like 3 simultaneous challenges. And one of the challenges I'm going to be running is what I'm going to call the show up challenge. And then I'm going to also do a 200K challenge. The idea is that I know very much well how you could turn 200K into millions on whatever vehicle that you want to use. So I'm not going to tell you what vehicle to use. All you have to do is that you have to provide 200K, and then I will show everybody in the community how to use their choice vehicle and double that 200K and grow it into millions. That is how millionaires will be made. And then they will also teach that to other people. In fact, we will achieve that goal before the end of 7 years. But the idea is that, I still want to be chilling in between, so I still want to enjoy life. So I don't want to make it all hard work. All right. So it is important for you to know that the simple thing for you to do today is decide that you will be consistent. Remember when I told you about success? I told you that success means what comes after. What comes after? Success is what comes after you showing up every day. That is how you compound. Consistency, showing up every day, is how you compound. Consistency, showing up every day, is how you compound. So you want to deal with your clients with value. Deal with every client with value. Show up with every client with value. That way you are going to become massive, terribly massive. Even you'll be afraid. This is how you apply compounding effect for yourself. Now, today's task will be interesting because today's task I want to be involved. So you will pick an area. You pick an area where you want to show up every day. You pick an area where you want to show up every day. And when you pick that area where you want to show up every day, you can pick a number of days. Say, okay, I want to show up every day in this area you can just pick 3 months. Yeah, just pick 3 months. I want to show up every day for 3 months on this particular area. And I will tell you the result. I will show you the result of what it means. Because maybe if you don't know what an end result is, maybe you may not be able to be motivated. So the idea is that I want to be involved in today's task. Pick one area that you want to show up every day for 3 months, and I will show you what the result will be for you at the end of 3 months. Because some people will not collect that doubling $1 because they think that the difference between $5,000 and $1 is huge. But what they don't know is that if they had seen the end of the 21 days, they would have seen that $1 was going to become $1 million. And $1 million is far, 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 far bigger than $5,000. The difference between $1 million and $5,000 is $995,000. So let me show you your $1 million. Give me your $1. That's the area that you are going to be consistent for 3 months. Let me show you your $1 million. Thank you very much. You guys are wonderful. It's been it's been really interesting. It's been really interesting. It's been really interesting. It's been really interesting. It's been interesting. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Something's come to my mind, but don't worry. Remember that yesterday I told you guys that you guys should remind me that I have a super gift for you guys. Alright? Alright, so at the end of it all, I'm going to have a super gift for you guys. Okay? Alright. So thank you so much. I had a nice time today. The compounding is very mind-blowing. Yeah, you have to think about it a lot of times so that you can internalize it. Thank you so much. It's good to have you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.